Good afternoon and welcome to today's vlog for Friday the 15th of August. Another foot down Friday for us all. I hope you're well and you've been having a good day. First update on Supreme Logistics in Portsmouth. No, they haven't paid. No great surprise. CX did say it could take up to 10 days once they're involved, so that's going to be the end of next week. So if anything happens, I'll keep you updated, but probably nothing now towards the end of next week. Driving gives you a lot of time to think. Maybe a good thing, maybe not a good thing. And following on from yesterday and some comments from other viewers, which is absolutely fine, about pricing and am I too low or am I on the money. I've been thinking about it from a shipper's point of view. So if you are a, let's say, mid-range shipper, you have an excess amount of jobs today for vans, and let's say 20 jobs a day on average. You're posting them on the CX. I guess that feedback is important. We're always told as owner drivers that shippers view feedback very importantly. What sort of profit margin do you reckon that a shipper wants on each job? Now, I've had on 2 occasions paperwork that's been given to me at a collection point to get signed, and on that collection point has had details of the load, and there's been the price. One occasion I was getting £10 less than the actual delivery point or receiver was paying, and another time it was a £50 difference, which is interesting. But let's say you work on an average of £25 a job. If you were posting 20 jobs a day on the CX, that will give you a profit of £500 a day, £2,500 a week, £10,000 a month. I reckon that's okay. That's covering staff wages and staff pensions and national insurance contributions and going in the pot towards office costs. But what happens when we come to the months of January, February and August, when it's a lot quieter? Now, if any of you are shippers out there, or you've been transport planners and you know the answers to this, perhaps you can enlighten us. Would you still look to get £25 profit a job? Let's say there's now 10 jobs a week, 10 jobs a day going out on the system. Would you still look at a £25 profit on each job as an average, or would you just ignore feedback and absolutely take the lowest price you possibly can to try and make, say, £50 on a job? 10 jobs then at £50 profit would give you that equation of £500 a day, £2,500 a week. I don't know how shippers look at it when they're posting jobs. As I say, feedback we're always told is very important. I have my doubts, to be honest, because like yesterday when I was talking about that Barking to Colchester job, it didn't really make any sense to me that you know, I wasn't getting that. I don't suppose anybody was going to be any closer, and also matched me on the price. But anyway, that's just what I've been thinking about today while driving along. As for today, 2 jobs today. I won a job yesterday afternoon, and again this was slightly interesting. It was a long wheelbase job from Colchester, Moor Marks Tay, which is the south of Colchester, just going out on the A12 towards Witham and Chelmsford, going to Aylesford in Kent near Maidstone. Aylesford is always a very, very good area. There's always lots of jobs coming up for Aylesford. It actually sits within my 50-mile parameter because CX doesn't recognise the River Thames, so it is actually more than 50 miles to get there, but because of the river it's under 50 miles, if that makes sense. Anyway, this was a long wheelbase job, as I said, 65 miles. So I decided I'm going to go with a new me. I'm going to put a price of £90 on that. I didn't get it. The job disappeared and came back a little bit later. This time I put £80 on it, which was what I was probably thinking about originally. And surprise, surprise, I got a phone call and I got the job. It's a shipper I've worked with before, based nowhere near Colchester. Good company. I've actually been to their premises. So, you know, they're one of the companies I do like working for, and they always pay slightly earlier on time. So yeah, £80, 65 miles. It was from a builder's merchants, been there before for different companies, and I know they don't start till 7:30. So I turned up about 20 past, and the young lady was in the office, and she sorted out the paperwork. Wasn't picking up an awful lot. It was just a lot of it was all 3 metres long, so needed a large van. We was off site bang on 7:30. Traffic was pretty good. Couple of hold ups on the A12 due to accidents, but we got to Aylesford at 9:20, and we was offloaded by 9:30. I parked up around the corner. As I said, Aylesford always seems to be a good area, unless you're actually there, in which case every job in the world seems to disappear from that area. I've discussed this before, and it happened again, but anyway, not to worry. A couple of jobs did come up what I put prices on and I didn't get, so again, this gives you an idea. Market rates. Job from Tonbridge, going to Rainham and Barking, 2 drops, small van, total of 43 miles. I put £60 on that. Didn't get it. There is the Dartford Tunnel involved, but perhaps that's £10 too much again. And Maidstone going to West 1, small van, only 41 miles, but again, you're going into London, so I've got to sort of put my London pricing in. I went with £95. I really didn't expect to get it, and quite rightly I didn't get it. Anyway, excuse me, sorry. Job did come up, and it was from Dartford, so I was about 35 minutes away. And it was a shipper that I done quite a few jobs for before when I lived in Hornchurch. They got quite a lot of work around the sort of Essex-Kent side of the Dartford Tunnel. And I haven't done anything for them since I moved up to Brighton, so I was interested to do that. Small van job, 2 deliveries, one to Banbury and then on to Warwick. And I had quite fancy doing a bit of a drive. I find Fridays now, it's working from home Friday where nobody actually works from home. They all go into town centres. Certainly around Essex and Lakeside and Basildon and Colchester and Chelmsford and Romford. Those areas get really clogged up with traffic. So I thought I'd have a little run. Put a price on that of £140, 143 miles. And I got the job. That was really, really good. So I made my way up there. There for 11:15. Little delay on getting loaded, goods weren't quite ready, but it was literally 5-10 minutes, no dramas. And as a way, and one of the problems of doing longer jobs and churning up the miles is you estimate how long you think it's going to take, and then things go wrong. And we had an accident just the other side of the Dartford Tunnel that delayed us 10 minutes. There was a delay of about 20 minutes on the M25 just joining the M40. That's sheer weight of traffic and nothing else. That's to be expected, but it's just a pain. And then there was another accident or something, a breakdown on the M40, which held us back a little bit. So we didn't actually got the first one done, and then we was empty in Warwick at about 2:45, something like that. Just before that, I think that might be slightly out of date. I needed to go and have some lunch. I needed a break and have some lunch, which I did, but it's now gone 3 o'clock. There's lots and lots of little jobs around the Birmingham area, Birmingham to Birmingham, Coventry to Coventry, Rugby to Rugby. Jobs going out to the west of England, which is no interest to me. There was a job from Birmingham right over the other side of Birmingham, and it was saying I was 55 minutes away, so I wasn't even going to make the time slot, and that was going to Colchester, which would have been perfect, but the time I got there, I've been gone 4 o'clock, and it's going to be 3 hours, and I'm going to get home probably 8 o'clock, and I'm being selfish. I'm my own person. I can do what I want. Premier League starts tonight, and I want to watch Liverpool-Bournemouth, and what's more important to me, churning myself over to the other side of Birmingham to probably earn £80-90, or get home, take the dog for a walk, relax, have a cup of tea, have some dinner, watch the football. I'm going to take the latter. 90 quid doesn't make any difference to my life. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'll keep the feed on the way home. It's now 3:45, but I'm not really that bothered. It's got to be something that's not going to take me out of my way at either end. 2 jobs, one for 80, one for 140, 220. That's over my target. I'm happy with that. Yes, people will come back and say, well, there's dead miles coming back from Warwick to home. That's going to take some money out of your takings. I've said before, I do not worry about dead miles. It's just one of those things at transport. I'm not going to get hooked up on it. That is me done for the day. As I mentioned many times, I do not work the weekend. Premier League starts. Guess what I'll be doing? So relaxing weekend, watch the footy, and be fully charged, ready for another day on Monday. Don't have a job at the moment, but hopefully as I'm on my way home, something will appear of interest that's going to earn me lots and lots of money. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you once again, as always, for watching these videos. I hope there's some use for you on there. And as I always say, if you've got any questions, anything you want me to try and talk about, feel free to ask. That can be European transport, cab driving in London, or working in professional football, or courier driving. Whatever you want, please feel free. Have a great weekend. Take care. Speak on Monday. All the best. Cheers, Paul.